Our coach, it's been quite a while since you've been down to North Carolina. What are your memories from really ever having played there before, since it's been more than 20 years?
Always great games. North Carolina, Syracuse, two teams that really like to push the ball. So going way back in history, and Carolina in their heyday, winning the championships they won with Willie Scroggs there as head coach. So just an exciting game for college lacrosse.
You look at this version of a Carolina team, and they're certainly battling with yourselves and Notre Dame right now for the top of the league. When you look at going against them, what are you expecting out of the Heels this week?
They really push the ball. Early offense, they go off of face-offs. All their defensemen have taken shots. Their pole, number 15, is very offensive. So aggressive defensively and very fast offensively. And obviously Bitters and Sankey, two of the best attackmen in the game of lacrosse today.
How tough are a matchup of those two, considering that they're similar and both are smaller, quicker guys to defend with?
It is, and that seems to be where college lacrosse for attackmen has been at. Lately, you don't see those huge attackmen anymore like you used to. You see the smaller, quicker guys, and it's not easy for a 6'2" defenseman to get their hands down their waist and try to keep them away from the goal. So they've got great quickness and they're very creative. And again, they like to go very fast on offense. If they clear the ball and everybody's running back to substitute out, there's only 3 attackmen out there. Look for one of them to go to the goal in a 3-on-3 situation.
Kevin Donahue's kind of talked about how he has a very uniform kind of face-off that all the guys have kind of done. How does Ben Williams really fit then? What aspects of the face-off kind of really work for him?
I think that one of the things that Coach Donahue will talk about is not being a fogo, being more than just a fogo. And I think Ben has those characteristics. He's a very good athlete. He runs well. He's fast. He can shoot on the run. So he tries to be more than just a face-off person.
Even at the X, though, how does it help him in terms of winning face-off?
Well, I think it starts with your hand quickness, and very quick with his hands. He doesn't cheat, for lack of a better term. So he goes by the book, and anybody that has quick hands is quicker than the other guy is going to get down the ball first.
Coach Dylan Donahue has 10 man-up goals this year. I believe it's like second most in the country. What do you think's allowed him to succeed in those situations, and how does he shine so much in those?
I think he has great understanding. He's got great shooting ability, especially in tight, good placement. He doesn't always have to look at the goal. He knows where he is in relationship to the goal. As a result, he knows where the goalie should be in the goal. Pretty good understanding what hand the goalie is. So if he's righty, he'll shoot to the other side, and if he's lefty, he'll shoot to the right side. So I think he's an intelligent player and a very, very high percentage finisher in there.
Mm-hmm. And for your team as a whole in those situations, what are just some of kind of the intricacies of it? Like, are you setting plays as an offense, almost like a basketball team would, or like how does the team operate in those situations?
No, there are plays. There are all plays that we've set up during the week. A lot of teams will either go what's called a 4-man, which is 4 people in a rotation, one covering the crease, or a 5-man, where the 5th man will come out of the crease and cover somebody. So getting to know which this team likes to do, whether it's 4 or 5. Carolina this week will use both. So we've got to be ready for both of those, and we adjust our personnel to fit where they shoot best within the plays.
Mm-hmm. Why do you use both for Carolina?
No, why we have to have both because Carolina's man down will do both. They'll do a 4-man and what's called a 5-man rotation. Yep.
Coach, I know originally you said you'd hope Randy would only be out 1 to 2 weeks. What's kind of the next step now that time has passed?
Well, we're looking to see how he does this week and hopefully get him out there against Carolina.
Okay, and has he been doing anything on the field, or has it just been like weight room stuff? What's kind of his status?
Just did a little bit yesterday, and we should be back out there today on the field. Mm-hmm.
Coach, it's also Nicky's first trip back to North Carolina. How has he grown as a player and off the field since you transferred into your program?
Well, I think that he is just more comfortable now. He's healthier now than he was when he first got here. Obviously, to have a couple of seasons, learning the offense, playing with the first midfield now. He's done some inversions because he was an attackman, so he's gotten behind the goal. I think he's just playing his best ball and being most comfortable right now.
How involved were you in his recruiting process out of high school, and how did you get involved in recruiting him when he decided to transfer?
We were involved. Nick is probably one of the first guys that came in those early classes to make a decision. I think Carolina was one of the first universities to start to do that. And I think Nicky got caught up in that and made a decision early. So we were recruiting him, but we couldn't have, those days you couldn't make phone calls, you couldn't do emails, you couldn't text. So he made a decision pretty early in his career.
And how did you get involved in recruiting him to transfer to Syracuse?
Really, he came to us. I think that he had wanted to come to Syracuse early on in high school. North Carolina had got to them early in the recruiting wars. He made a decision to go there, and for whatever reason, things didn't work out, and now he's back where he originally wanted to go.